Since my original attempt at making Coalossal VMAX work in Expanded, players have refined the deck and come up with this list, which actually finished second at the biggest Expanded tournament before PTCGO shuts down later this year. This particular build uses Magcargo to stack a card onto your deck and Oranguru to put a card onto the top of your deck from your hand, all but guaranteeing that you'll be able to use Coalossal VMAX's Eruption Shot attack for 130 damage, all while attaching an energy to yourself for free. Coalossal has always been a perfect candidate for repeat healing thanks to its 1 energy attack cost, high HP, and its ability to use stone fighting energy to reduce the damage it takes. This deck uses Acerola and Scoop Up Cyclone to pick up a damaged Coalossal and put it into your hand. Then you just put your backup Coalossal, hopefully you have one, you put your backup Coalossal into the active and hopefully repeat the process until you win. Now, because this is an evolution deck, you will want to go first. Not having the use of a supporter on turn 1 is always worrisome, but you ideally want to have a Slugma and a Coalossal V down at the beginning of the game because otherwise it's going to be pretty rough. Oh yeah, 100% ADP Dragonite. I do not see a world where I come back in this game without starting Coalossal V. I just don't think there's a universe where Coalossal can beat ADP Dragonite not getting a Coalossal down turn 1. Or turn 2. I mean, look at how majestic that deck is. That deck is so majestic. It's running on all cylinders. It's doing everything it needs to. And I'm going to top deck a VMAX. Hey, I top deck a V. Interesting. So let's Enhanced Hammer the Double Dragon energy. I'm all good if I research this hand. Hopefully I can get past to the peak. Hopefully I can get an energy. I guess I want to put the Seeker on top. Probably the Seeker over the research. Hey, Nest Ball. Yeah, let's go for another V. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't know. It felt like the thing to do, right? So, path to the peak. Strong Energy. What do I want to top deck? I do have Pokemon Ranger. I really should have gone for a Slugma, apparently. I could get something this turn that I need. So I can get like a Float Stone this turn. Or do I just want... Because I'm going to be using... Yeah, Sam, right there. Pokemon Ranger. I think I'm using Pokemon Ranger next turn. So what is my best line of play here? Because I want a Float Stone. I want a VMAX. I have an energy in my hand. So I think I just put the Float Stone on top. Don't put the... I think I just don't do anything. I think I just don't do anything and pass. Okay. I could go and get an Enhanced Hammer and get rid of that as well. And that is why I didn't put the Float Stone into play, because I knew they played Field Blower. That is the benefit of playing good... Oh, jeez. So my line of play was still correct. Not putting the Float Stone into play was correct. But I was really hoping for a Marnie instead of an N. And Pokemon Ranger just back in the hand. So we're good to go. They're knocking out the Crobat, that's for sure. They'll take 3 prizes. If they take 3 prizes, is it even worth it to use Pokemon Ranger at that point? Because like they're taking 3 prizes. All they have to do is knock out a VMAX or, you know, a Magcargo and an Oranguru. I mean, I guess it does make sense to do it because it stops them from just knocking out Magcargo, Oranguru, and game. This is really going to be the pivotal point of the game here. If I come back and win this, absolute insanity. Okay, so that goes up front. Heavy ball for that guy. Heavy ball for a VMAX so they don't just knock me out and win the game. So this is it. This decision basically determines the game. Do I use Pokemon Ranger? If I use Pokemon Ranger, they can't knock out a Magcargo and Oranguru for game. If I do use it, they're still just knocking out a Coalossal VMAX for game. The thing is, they can knock out my Coalossal with Muscle Band and Leon. So I think Ranger does make sense. Let's attach the energy. I will Primate Wisdom, the research there. Scoop Up Cyclone, that's good. The Enhanced Hammer, obviously I don't want to do that. I just want to get an energy. Probably the Stone Energy makes the most sense. Eruption Shot. Attach the Stone Energy. I don't know if I can win this, but I can at least make it somewhat competitive. So there's Double Dragon Energy. I guess I just bring up the Scoop Up Cyclone. Just use the Scoop Up Cyclone and then bench the Coalossal V because that's not in danger. Knock out the Dragonite. I mean, this is still very sketchy. But this is the reason why Coalossal did finish in second, because it can be quite a tank. It's just them using Enhanced Hammer shuts off Gmax Boulder, so I can't one-shot an ADP. But if they leave the Dragonite up front, I would just Eruption Shot that anyway, so it's not a big deal. The issue is that if I use Scoop Up Cyclone, I won't have a ton of energy on my Coalossal VMAX. But if I can loop an Acerola, then I'm in good shape. There's their aura, that is fine. Okay, so they might have had it. They might have been able to manufacture it, so I will Scoop Up Cyclone the guy in the front. Boss game, yeah, that is a worry. So what is in my deck? I have an Enhanced Hammer. That would actually be perfect right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. Done. I path to the peak. I think I don't use Guzma. I think I Scoop Up Cyclone the big guy. Put the V back down because I may have an Acerola play. Okay. I will Magcargo an Enhanced Hammer on the top. I will attach that. I will switch the basic energy with the Enhanced Hammer. I will clear their board of Double Dragon Energy. Eruption Shot. Get the energy back. They only have one Double Dragon Energy left. There's Boss, that's good. But a huge problem right now is going to be that Vikavolt. If they have somehow prized their final Double Dragon Energy, we're in a great spot. Okay, that's fine. My bosses and my Guzma and my Coalossal and an S-Ball are all at the bottom, but we're fine. Float Stone. I'll take it. Path to the Peak is down, so they can't use Crobat or to Denny. Tag Call. Oh, so there's their double dragon energy. It's very unlikely that they can do something. Oh, this is it. The window's open. The window is open. The window is open. So they can't win, right? Okay, so if they knock this out, that's fine. I just need to put an energy on the top of my deck. Put the Marnie on the top as well. Yeah, there's research. So smooth over an energy, like a stone energy. I think I did this backwards. That's fine. So eruption shot. So now all I have to do is knock out the ADP for game. This is quite the finish. I don't think they're going to find an enhanced hammer. They needed the max elixir on a previous turn. I guess they're just trying to stop me from... They're just trying to put themselves in a winning situation. But if I can win this one, that'll be a great comeback. I don't think there's anything I can do. One of the very few ways you can beat ADP Dragonite in a head-to-head battle is get rid of their double dragon energies. So I think I can do this. There's Guzma. I just need to put an energy on the top. I have Float Stone. That's game. That is game that's going to take some thinking, but I have game. So Guzma. There we go. Magcargo, the energy on the top. I can't believe I won this game. So the Pokemon Ranger, busted card. Gotta play Pokemon Ranger. I cannot believe that I won that game. That was insane. And it's Mad Party. Okay, so I think Buff Padding goes on the active. I Ultra Ball this guy and this guy to go get a Slugma. Oh, hey, I prized the Magcargo. That's wonderful. Go get a Slugma. So I think this is the best line of play for Coalossal is... Because I can get that back with Rescue Stretcher, I can get that back with Seeker, I can't get back to Scoop Up Cyclone, so I think that was the best way to do this. And I think I'm 5-3 today. Okay, so they have... Starting to Denny is good for me, but it's going to be very difficult for me to win this game, especially starting Scoop Up Cyclone. That is a card you want at the end of the game, not the beginning. And I top deck a research. Wonderful. Okay, so I don't have a Scoop Up Cyclone for the rest of the game. I don't even have an energy. Enhanced Hammer is not that big of a deal, but Path to the Peak is. Okay, so Oranguru goes down. That goes down. For sure, Enhanced Hammer. Heavy Ball for a VMAX, and unfortunately, I'm in a position where I just have to hope, or I could go for the Crobat. I could go for Crobat, and I don't feel good about that. But if I Crobat into a bunch of energy, then it's a great play. So I can do 60 damage. That doesn't seem good. Or I can try and take a knockout and fill up my bench in the process. And I've already used a supporter. Well, Crobat, it's up to you. Bail me out. You've screwed me over How come? Why did nobody warn me? Why did nobody warn me? You're supposed to be my eyes and my ears here. You know, I got nothing between my ears on this end. And they're playing Peony. That is interesting. Was not expecting to see a Peony. So the Pain Train rolled into the station, but it rolled into the wrong station. Rolled into the misplay station. They probably can't retreat the Dedenne. That is a good point. But, I mean, they're just going to Peony for... Okay. Are they going to let me bump my Crobat? Hey, thank you. I'll take that. So I bumped my Crobat. All they did was get a Battle Compressor, so they're going to rely on the Oranguru to get them things. I mean, even if I hadn't done the Crobat misplay, I wouldn't have knocked out the Dedenne anyway, right? It wouldn't... I would have done 60 damage to it. So, I mean, as dumb as that misplay was, it's not like I missed out on taking a prize. It was just a dumb misplay. And if I played the Spiritomb, they would lose. But I don't think Mad Party is that horrible of a matchup for this deck, as long as you aren't me. As long as you aren't me and you know what you're doing, it's actually not a terrible matchup. Okay, that's all right. Okay, so I think I just go get a research and put the bosses on the top, and then hope that the deck bails me out. Give me a path to the peak and some things. Well, Field Blower does it, but not really. So now I'm punished. Now I am ultra punished for the play last turn because now I would be taking a knockout. Oh, the deck bails me out. Would you look at that? So Strong Energy in this matchup, completely useless. Completely useless. The Stone Energy is what you want. Energan, I wish that were true, but they are probably playing Special Charge. So Special Charge doesn't really... It kind of negates, you know, being a little crazy. So the deck should play 6 Energy. 260? Jeez. So they should play Special Charge. They can put 2 back in. They're doing 260. Okay. I don't even need to put anything useful on the top of my deck. So I think I just go get a Coalossal. No, let's go for the Enhanced Hammer play. I think this actually makes sense. So I'm going to get rid of the Pokemon Ranger because I don't need that. So we're going to Enhanced Hammer this guy. Going to Stone Energy that guy. I'm not going to research. I'm not going to N. I'm just going to Eruption Shot. I had the fighting energy there, or I had this strong energy. Strong energy. That's what I'm looking for. That's the word I'm looking for. I had the strong energy, so I knew I was taking the knockout. Even if they do play Special Charge, I mean, they have to find the energy. And Sam, the Oricorio has been out. There's game. Boom. Best Coalossal player ever in the world. Did they play Special Charge? They didn't play Special Charge. Okay, so they went with 8 energy. They went with 8 energy instead of a Special Charge. But I think with Mad Party, it does make sense to go 6 energy. And I think that's the smarter play. And I don't think you need 3 Mew. I think 2 Mew, but that was clutch. You don't need 3 Dedenne. You don't need 4 Dedenne. Jeez. You don't need 4 Dedenne. It should be 2 Dedenne, 2 Crobat. Yeah, there's a few tweaks they could make, but I mean, when you're playing against the Coalossal genius over here, you don't stand a chance. And And actually, this hand's equally as good. So it's all good. I just go get my Slugma. Oh no, depending on what I'm facing, maybe I have to get a backup Coalossal. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I have to get a backup Coalossal. Backup Coalossal. I have the dudes in the deck. I have to go get a Slugma. So the Korrina next turn, I think I gotta be a little bit risky. I gotta put the buff padding on the active. I have to... My strong energy... I think I just lose. I think I just lose this game. Because they only need to take 2 knockouts. They have a big ol' hand. I have not opened the Chilling Reign pack, JokerCon. This tournament has been... I haven't had a second between games in this tournament, so I'll get to the Vivid Voltage pack and the Chilling Reign right after this, I promise. And Equinox, how do I have so many tickets? I haven't played events, I think, all year. They just take so long, and I didn't really have a reason to do it, but now that the game's shutting down, and the tickets don't get turned into anything, now's definitely the best time, and this way I have things to give away. You know, right now I switched up the channel point rewards code giveaway to just promos I don't need and I'd like to get rid of now, because they did announce that promo codes might not open the same things in TCG Live that they do on PTCGO. So I want to get rid of them now, so you know you're not left with nothing. And then once TCG Live is out, I'll switch back to the just regular old pack codes. But I think I have like several hundred codes I need to get rid of on PTCGO, so I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do that. It might just be more giveaways. All right, do they have a knockout? How many they got? They do not have a knockout yet. So I definitely... I think I want to hit into them. Well, there's an S-ball. So I can Korrina for the VMAX. Korrina for the VMAX. And an item card, which will be... So I need to put this thing on the top. Just trying to figure out my line of play here. I guess Coalossal VMAX, Coalossal VMAX. So yeah, I'm just basically saying this is what I got the rest of the game. Hopefully you can't find anything. I'm just gonna do it this way. Attach the strong energy, put the... I guess just basic fighting energy on the... Oh, that's not good. Because the odds that they get what they need are very high. I want to save the stone energy for, I think, the back one. Because as we all know, Volcarona can definitely stumble towards the end of the game. Just because your deck is just energy. Yeah, there's another Volcarona. They'll probably take this knockout. They got a Zebra set up. But I don't think I'll ever be mad about being beaten by Volcarona, just because it's so much fun. Play Volcarona. Do yourself a favor. Play this Volcarona deck. So how many energy do they need? Because I have 380 hit points, so I think it's pretty easy that they'll get it. Because they're doing 140, 160. They'll probably do a steam up, so that would be like 210. So I think they got it. Yeah, they definitely got it. I know how it works, so I know how to beat it. Yeah, I do know how to beat it. I also know when I can't beat it, right? So I think what I have to do is just put a Stone Energy on the top. Well, that's actually a perfect top deck here. So I'll attach a Stone Energy. What do I want? I want that Field Blower, I think. Or Path to the Peak? What could Path to the Peak do? Path to the Peak would stop Volcanion. So let's get Path to the Peak. Stone Energy goes on the top. Let's peek them. Eruption Shot. So maybe this will just stop them a little bit. There's my Crobat. You know, I am second guessing maybe I should have grabbed a Coalossal V, because then I could use a Scoop Up Cyclone, but I think it's not unfathomable that they do 330 damage. Like, it's not like, oh man, they can't touch that number. No, they can. There is the Stone Energy. Oh, they got a Mew. I guess, yeah, that does make sense as the single prize attacker in the deck, right? Because I was always wondering, you know, what this deck needs a single prize attacker. Who actually makes sense? Mew definitely makes sense. How come I never thought of that? So maybe I retrofit my version of the deck and put the Mew in there. Because I think 2 to Denny makes sense. Yeah, the rest of the deck is pretty much energy. They can't use Steam Up. They could have used the Mew. Yeah, like that was exactly my thought process, Booflane. You need a single prizer because otherwise it's just 3 knockouts and you lose. With that Mew in there, you can make it 4 knockouts. And you also hit something like Mewtwo and Mew for weakness, but I mean, Volcarona is built around just taking massive knockouts. So weakness doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, I think I'll chuck a Mew in there, see how that goes. Oh, they put 2 Mew in there. I think that's a little much. I think you just need the 1. And they got down to 3 cards left in deck. They didn't take a knockout. Okay, so their deck is just energy. There's Acerola, so yeah, I should have grabbed a Coalossal V last turn. So I can Acerola. What is their Guzma count looking like? They're down 2 Guzma. You know, I feel like I have to go for it this turn. Because the more time I give them, the worse it gets for me. Because potentially they just have the 2 Zebras at their disposal. Maybe they were holding that Volcarona. So I think I'll put the Field Blower on the top. Because this way, well, I mean, this way they'll just put the Mew up front, right? So that doesn't matter. I think I'll just go for it. I definitely think I cost myself the game when I didn't go for that Coalossal last turn. So I definitely should have gone for the Coalossal. Yeah, let's just do that, whatever. I think I definitely screwed up there. But I mean, their deck is probably 17 energy or so. Yeah, I imagine their last card in their hand was just, well, I mean, it's not well played yet. To be fair, they do have to find a Volcarona. Okay, so they did have a research left in their deck. If the final card in their deck is a Volcarona, that's game over. So there's a chance they just whiff. They drew into a hand of energy. The final card could be Volcarona. So the final card in their deck was Volcarona. And oh man, they don't have anything left. Oh geez, I'll just hit done. That'll be the end of the game. What a way to win a tournament. I guess stack the sector. Oh, gee. Literally the worst matchup that I could possibly run into. Okay. That is how. First game of the day. First game of the day, and what do we face? The deck with the perfect matchup against mine. So there's a Float Stone. It's all good. And Dallas already getting in there with all those redemptions. You know, I really do want to get those 5 Evolving Skies packs from the ladder, but if I'm just going to keep... Okay. If I'm just going to keep running into decks that have a huge weakness advantage over me, so I guess I have to put the Float Stone on the active and hope they just don't have it like that. But the odds of them just being able to use Leaf Blade are extremely high. But I think I just have to go for it. So let's come on. This is going to be a pathetic hand. All right, so there's Slugma. I think what do I want? Search it out for a fighting and an item. I think I just want to put the... Oh right, I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea. See, this is why I wanted to test with the deck, so I'm not terrible with it. So yeah, I needed to remember with Eruption Shot, you need an energy on the top. And Leonad and Jokercon, hello, how are you doing? Nasal, hello. And somehow we survived that. And yes, Eevee, hello, this is a terrible matchup. Literally the worst thing that could have happened. But if I put an energy on the top, I knock this guy out. And an item card, so that wouldn't do it. I need to... And Chernabog, how's it going? So what do I even do here? Silent Lab shuts off my abilities. I guess I just need to... Yeah, I need to Korrina for a Heavy Ball and a VMAX. Go and get Magcargo, because Silent Lab doesn't shut off Magcargo. See, I'm evolving here, I'm evolving. So Heavy Ball for Magcargo. Put an energy on the top. May as well just evolve because, you know, they're probably going to win this one. So we want an energy on the top. Let's put a Strong Energy. Why not? Don't do anything else. Eruption Shot, take a knockout. Boom. That's 2 prizes. There's a Coalossal. So I have the you know, thing set up. I have the Magcargo and the Oranguru set up. I can Guzma if I need to, a Leafeon. I just need to find an energy and I can use Gmax Boulder a lot. Oh, there's a Rowlet. Okay. So I mean, I'm not terribly... Okay, now I'm concerned. So we'll get a Life Forest. That's actually fine. And Nuttis, hello, Jokercon. You're okay with that new Shadow Rider V? Good, good. And a Tameable Wolf with the battle styles. And Mink starting to send those trades. So I think I have it limited to 5 packs per day. So 5 pack codes per day. I might raise that, I might lower it, just depends how crazy it gets. I just sort of want to test, you know, is 1,000 too much? Is it too little? I don't know. Let's Field Blower. So if I just find an energy, I can take a knockout because I have 2 strong energy. So I just Magcargo an energy onto the top. I don't need the rainbow. I guess the rainbow's there for something. Okay, let's just put a basic fighting on the top. Oranguru the Slugma. Get the fighting, knock out the big dude. Go and get another Oranguru. See, even when they have the weakness advantage, I still have a chance, right? You know, as long as your opponent has nothing going on, this game's really easy, right? Okay, so what do I want for next turn? So I'm going to knock somebody out, I think. Path to the Peak probably doesn't make sense. I think Verse Seeker makes the most sense because I'm taking 3 prizes. Yeah, I don't want to bring that into my hand yet. Let's G-Max Boulder, take the knockout. This should have been just the worst matchup, but you know, when they have to copycat for 3, apparently you stand a good chance of winning. And what they can do is they can just take a knockout with Bulbasaur. When's the last time you saw a Bulbasaur knockout a Coalossal VMAX? But I have my other VMAX. Oh, right, the Stone Energy. Okay, I thought with the weakness they get there, but with the Stone Energy, that's just game. Boom, Coalossal for the win. They were playing just a grass heavy deck with the Jungle Totem Venusaur. So that doubles the amount of grass energy you have, and then Rillaboom brings all that energy into play. So that should have destroyed me. Luckily, they had a bad start. So I'm happy with that one.